Thank you so much for having me here. It's a real honor to be here to talk to people that are excited about aviation, that want to work in aviation or work in different ways in aviation. And for me, I'm real excited about being here to be able to do that. I am from California, though, so let me make sure that I adhere to the California Code of Speaking. And that is, I'm required to say this, so let me say it. No dolphin have been harmed in the material you're going to hear today. So I'm required to say that. However, last night, a lobster didn't make it. So just want to make sure you understand that. This is such an incredible place. When you think about it, Reno, kind of like Las Vegas, is a city that is built on wishes. Is that not true? People come here and they wish that they make money. Of course, based on the size of the building and the beautiful things in the building, I'm pretty sure that doesn't occur for most people. I think they leave money more than they make it. This was the only place, and this occurred in 2004, where I heard a slot machine, a lady put money into a slot machine, pulled the handle, and the machine actually did this. Maybe the machine is still here. The machine said this. She pulled the handle, and all of a sudden, in a Stephen Hawking's voice, I heard this: "Good luck." The machine wished her luck. And I'm thinking to myself, that is so cool. We need that voice circuitry. We can use that on an airplane. Think about it. Connect that to the gear handle. You put the gear handle down and you hear, "Good luck." Oh, that's great. Great. I'm going to get me more luck by raising and lowering the gear 3 or 4 times. Unbelievable. Folks, this is an exciting place to be. Aviation's, I don't know. There's so many things you can do in life, but being involved in airplanes, it's just a little different. I get so excited about airplanes. In fact, I'm here to witness to you. I still get excited by the Cessna 150 flyby. No, really. No, you're laughing at the wrong stuff. I like the Cessna 150 flyby more than I do the Mooney flyby, the Malibu flyby, the Boeing 747 flyby. And you want to know why? Because it lasts so much longer. It's truly an amazing thing. But it is interesting, though. We come to a city built on wishes to acquire knowledge, which, when you think about it, is antithetical to what some people come here for. You came here, and you've come here in order to be able to enjoy the experience of all the talented and incredible people that are here to share their experience with you. We have Lieutenant Colonel here. We have, we have famous aerobatic people here. We have Dr. Peggy here. We have all these folks here with tremendous experience. And the job that I see for you, and for me whenever I come to these programs, is to partake of the experience they have to offer. And let me leave you with a lesson here on this particular point that my grandfather left me with many, many years ago. My grandfather, I know I talk about him a lot. He was a little Portuguese guy. He wasn't a classically educated man, but he was a very wise man. And let me tell you how he got wise. He got wise by, this is what he did. He called me over. He said, "Hey, come here." My grandfather, a little Portuguese guy, "Come here, come here." Of course, whenever my grandfather called me over, I was always very suspicious because he had this great sense of humor, which normally involved me. And he says, come here. I want you to know something." I said, what is it, Grandpa? I said, "You were adopted." "Oh, no, I was adopted." He said, "Yeah, but they brought you back." "Oh, no, they brought me back." But my grandfather did provide a great deal of wisdom when I was young. And he said this. He said this to me one time. I'll never forget this. He says, "How do you get smart? Do you know how you get smart?" And I said, "Grandpa, I don't know. How do I get smart?" He said, "You have to do 2 things. You have to read a lot of books, and you have to ask a lot of questions." One has to read a lot of books, and one has to ask a lot of questions. You see, that's how you get smart. And if you're not asking a lot of questions here, then you're really missing probably one of the most valuable opportunities you could possibly have. I walked down on the exhibit hall yesterday. I was walking around, and I'll tell you what, I don't see that at any of the number of people here from different companies. I don't normally see that even at these airline job fairs. There are folks down there that are willing and able to talk to you about so many exciting things that you really need to know about. And folks, now is the time to ask questions. But it's not the normal questions that you should be asking. I'm talking about questions like, well, questions perhaps of this caliber. You know, you would ask, gee, what are your hiring requirements? What do I have to do to get a job with your company? But you know, there's actually a more pertinent question, something that is more meaningful, questions of a different caliber that you should be asking, such as, I would ask this question if I was down there talking to somebody that wanted to hire or that was looking for perhaps future employees. I would say things like, tell me about the most unique person that you recently hired. Tell me about the individual that most impressed you, that maybe didn't have the greatest amount of experience, that most impressed you by virtue of their character. See, when you start asking those kind of questions, you do one of two things. You collect, connect, and convey. You acquire some great information, but most importantly, in my estimation, you impress the person that you are talking to because you're asking questions most other people don't ask. That's a powerful thing to do. So please remember, read a lot of books and ask a lot of questions.
Aero-TV is brought to you by...
The beauty of the Release 9 system architecture is that you have two fully redundant integrated flight displays. Each has access to all the systems and data. Providing full redundancy and eliminating traditional reversionary modes, Release 9 allows either display to be configured as the PFD. Now your failure modes are much more manageable because you can continue to fly with the same familiar display symbology without the need to relearn composite modes you don't typically fly with. Avidyne's Integra Release 9 is truly the next generation in fully integrated flight deck technology.